welcome back to Be Well Soul. This is my daughter Faith. I'm Jessie. This is my daughter's bed. We're coming to you on my phone. So there's still construction in my house, so that's why I'm hiding in here.
Yes.
It's very loud in our family room. So what we're going to be talking about today for our 4-Minute Friday is what to do when you see an issue inside of yourself and you do not know what to do about it. This is something that I faced and still face a lot, that God had to give me a really good revelation about. And it's that when you see problems inside of yourself, it is not a reason to feel shame. It is a reason to feel excited because God showed you something that He is planning to change. I think our reaction sometimes when we see something wrong with ourselves is to just like, oh my gosh, shut down from God, hide, build up walls, feel all this shame, feel all this condemnation because we feel like, oh my gosh, there's nothing I can do about this. I'm just like this. And that's what the enemy wants you to think about yourself. Oh, you're just like this. You should feel ashamed of yourself. But actually, when you can see a problem, you can see the dirt, it's going to get cleaned. When you couldn't see it, you were ignorant and you felt fine about it. But once you can see it and God highlights it, you should be happy because that means He's going to remove it from your life. And I think that's just something that you need to think about right now, whatever it is that you are dealing with in your life. I'm thinking of a time that this happened to me when I was feeling shame about having shame. It was like the funniest thing. I was going through counseling, getting inner healing from my past, learning to uncover lies that I was believing about myself, uncover how I felt like I was always not good enough, how I always felt, all these different things, and just believing the truth about what God says about me, that I am enough, that He died for me, that I'm righteous, redeemed, victorious, that He created me for good works, all those things, just redoing my thinking in my mind. So anyway, during this time, I started feeling tons of just shame, and I started hearing the critique in my head extremely loud. And we all have this critical voice in our head and a shame voice in our head. And I was realizing how bad it is. And I'm like, this is terrible. And for the life of me, I couldn't get rid of it. My brain was always thinking, oh, you should be doing this, or you could be doing this better, or you should be doing that. And the thing about shoulds is they're shaming. When you do something and it's, oh, you should have done that, that's shaming. You're literally just in your head shaming yourself. And so I was becoming aware of this.
No, get me in.
And I was very, very frustrated with myself. And then giving myself shame for having shame. How ridiculous is that? And so something God taught me is to be happy when you see.
Myself made my toys go down.
Really? Oh my gosh. So, what was I saying? Yeah, just to realize when something is highlighted, that's because God is removing it. And all you need to do is to be aware. It's like you just have to stay aware of the fact that it is not correct. And you can remind yourself of truth. That's a really, really good way to change your ways of thinking, is to remind yourself the truth. There's no reason for me to have shame. I'm no longer condemned. I am righteous. I am redeemed. I am free. But sometimes you just don't feel it in your heart yet, and you know you don't. And you need to know that God is the one that is going to change your heart. God is the one that is going to remove different layers of thinking and set you free, as long as you continue to stand knowing that it's wrong, but also not putting shame on yourself, because it's like the things that we see and we put tons of focus on, like a problem, we end up bringing more of it to us. But if we just see it and we go, okay, yeah, that's not right, and God, I give it to you, and I surrender this to you, and I know that you're going to help me, you better believe He's going to start highlighting things to you, showing things to you, giving you revelation, giving you epiphanies. He's showing you these things because He wants to help you and heal you, and you are not on your own. I think as a Christian, we can read that God is with us, but we think that we're alone in figuring all this out, when really we can do nothing of ourselves. Anything that you are, any characteristics that you have, any gifts you have, all this stuff was given to you by your Creator. And it's the same way He wants to parent us. And so as we see problems, we can be excited because it's something God is going to work on and He's going to change. And so we can really celebrate when we see problems, because to be humbled and to surrender is actually where you find freedom and power and like the best parts of the Christian walk, which is death to self, which is actually awesome because you get to be free in Jesus and you get to be a part of his life, and his life is awesome. So I hope that blesses you, and we love you guys. Please leave a comment below if that was something that you needed to hear. Let me know if you have any questions, if this related to you. Tell me your stories. Please like and subscribe to this channel. That would be awesome to help boost the page. Well, have a blessed night. Sorry. Bye.